Hi, Jennifer Nicely here with Pinnacle Real Estate Academy. Today I want to talk to you about square footage. Now, there are a lot of realtors out there that measure homes, and some do it correctly, but most do not. So I wanted to bring this video to talk to you a little bit about the requirements of square footage, what is required by law, what is required by the MLS, and what is basically just pointless information. So let's get started. With the Real Estate Commission, the license law does not require us to state the square footage of a property. There is nowhere in our law that says you have to tell someone the square footage of the property. Now, the MLS requires you to enter the square footage before you save your new listings, but the license law does not make you do that. Now, once upon a time, our square footage in the MLS had an exact square footage. It didn't have a range. You would enter in your listing and put the home was 2,362 square feet. Well, someone got upset about this because their home measured at 2,359 square feet. 3 square feet off, right? But you can't fill the 3 square feet. You can fill 300 square feet, but you can't fill 3 square feet. So our MLS, whether it was here in Horry County or Brunswick County or Mecklenburg County, it didn't matter where it was, but they went to ranges. So now we put in our MLS that the home is between 2,300 square feet and 2,400 square feet. And as long as you fall within that 100 square foot range, you're legally correct. So if I hire 10 appraisers or 10 realtors to go measure the same home, they're all going to come out with a different square footage. This is one of the reasons why we went to the range. Now, prior to going to the range, we were told by attorneys and brokers in charge and different people who gave us advice to put a disclaimer in our MLS that says the buyer is to verify the square footage and that the listing agent is not responsible for that. That was perfectly fine, and that disclaimer helped when we had a fixed square footage. But now that we have the range, the disclaimer doesn't help as much. As long as you're within that range, everything is good, you'll be fine. But if you are drastically outside of that range, whether you put a disclaimer on the MLS or not, you're going to be held responsible for misrepresenting that square footage. Even though people still put the disclaimer on our MLS, that's perfectly fine, but I don't want you to have a false sense of security because of that disclaimer. The disclaimer was created back when we had a fixed square foot noted in our MLS. When it comes to square footage, I've got other YouTube videos on this of how to actually measure a home. So scroll down in our YouTube channel, check them out. But as far as square footage is concerned, make sure you have it within that range and you will be safe. If you have any questions, feel free to call us here at Pinnacle Real Estate Academy. We are always here to help. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.